All right, if you wanted any Roki Sasaki update, well, one, we're not going to get very many of them just because of the timing here, which I'm going to get into. But there was sort of an update for those that maybe aren't following the situation that closely. Because what Rob Manfred said yesterday, that wasn't really an update for me because I already knew, like, yeah, okay, he's going to sign after this international period is over. So the start of the 2025 international period, because that would mean that Sasaki will have more teams available to him because all of the bonus pool monies reset on January 15th. So Rob Manfred here said he expects Sasaki to sign with a major league club as part of the 25 international signing class. That would mean he doesn't sign before January 15th. I put out a tweet, I think a couple weeks ago, about how much money the Padres have, how much money the Dodgers have right now for 2024. And the Padres have like less than $3,000 left. They've used it. The Dodgers, meanwhile, they actually have a good amount. They have, I think, millions left. But that's for this year. Next year, starting January 15th, it resets for every team. The Padres, I don't think they have the most money, but the good news is it's not going to be about the money or all about the money, obviously, because Sasaki, if it was about the money, he would wait like Yamamoto did. He would wait a couple of years and then come over and sign the $300+ million contract. But he wants to come pitch in Major League Baseball. So he's signing a minor league deal. He can get, as much money from whatever team he wants to go to. They'll probably give him their whole international bonus pool money. He'll get millions of dollars that way, and he'll be on a minor league contract, rookie contract, like Shohei Ohtani was when he first came over with the Angels. In 2024, the Padres have, if I remember correctly, they have more money, their whole bonus pool, more money than the Dodgers do. So could that be an advantage? I mean, we'll see. But again, Roki coming over for next season, that tells me like money is not the most important thing to him. If it's $1 million difference, if it's $2 million difference, I know that's a lot of money, but what does that mean to him? That's a big question. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns with him about, does he care if it's East Coast, West Coast? How much does he care about the pitching development? Is he starting to build? Does he have relationships with some pitching coaches, with people in front offices to get to know these front offices, or are they going to start those meetings? Well, I mean, they're probably going to do the meetings like before this January 15th date because he hasn't been posted yet, actually. So actually, maybe he's not. I don't know the exact rules. Is he allowed to meet with teams when he's not posted yet? I don't think so. But maybe his representation has talked with teams, I assume. But I've not seen the news that he's been posted. And that team that he was on in Japan wouldn't want to post him now. They'd want to post him and ensure that, I think, 45-day window there that he has to sign with the big league team, he signs after that January 15th date. So they could post him on like January 15th or January 14th and, pretty much guarantee that, yeah, he's going to sign after that, where teams will have more money to give him in that international bonus pool. And that team in Japan that he was on will get not a higher percentage. They'll get the same percentage, but they'll get more money, obviously, because it's a bigger amount of money. So there's more money in that percentage that they would get, right? So it's not surprising. This isn't really news again to me, but the Padres, they will have to wait on Roki Sasaki. So we'll see if we hear about meetings happening, but maybe that's a January thing when he is posted. Maybe that's when teams are allowed. I'll do some more research on this, but maybe that's when teams are allowed to meet with Roki Sasaki. The good news is that because this isn't really about the money, the Padres don't have to do what maybe other teams have to do and with other free agents, and that is wait and play the waiting game, and then other free agents could sign elsewhere. The Padres, it's not just Roki Sasaki. Musgrove's out. And then you've got guys like Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, Matt Waldron. You got guys like that. There's some other minor leaguers that you can throw in there as fifth, sixth starter options, but you don't want to be relying on that. You don't want to add Sasaki, as good as that seems like that would be, but then the fifth starter can still be a question mark. Because what if injuries happen? Or I should say, when injuries happen, because as much as it sucks to say, I mean, that's what it is now. There's a lot of injuries to pitchers in baseball. Most likely your rotation is going to not be what it was on opening day at the end of the season. It's definitely not going to be the whole year for sure, because injuries just, they happen. Doesn't mean it's going to be Tommy John, but shoulder tightness, forearm, something, So the good news, though, again, is the Padres, they can still go about their free agency, off-season pursuits, regardless of when Sasaki signs. And some of the free agents that are out there, Blake Snell, he's not coming here, so don't get your hopes up there. But there's guys like Nathan Eovaldi, Frankie Montas, Max Fried's not coming here. There's Sean Manaea, there's Shane Bieber. I wonder if he would be like a 1-year prove-it type deal. There's Kyle Gibson, Luis Severino, Jose Quintana, Andrew Heaney, Yusei Kikuchi. He probably is going to get a good contract, though. Alex Cobb, Anthony DeSclafani, Lance Lynn, Alex Wood, Wade Miley, Martin Perez. But if I were him, why would I come back to the Padres when they didn't? I was on the roster and they didn't pitch me in the NLDS. Michael Lorenzen's out there, Jose Urquidy, Michael Soroka. That was a name, and he hasn't really lived up to that. Carlos Carrasco's out there, Matt Boyd, Danny Duffy. So there's names out there, and there's a lot of those guys that would fit probably decently in the back of the rotation and at least be able to provide some innings for the Padres. So I know it's not like a real great update on Sasaki, but this is just the timing. Japan, they're going to want the most money that they can get. And Sasaki, even though it's not all about the money, obviously you would want the opportunity to have all teams in on you, right? And there are teams right now that don't have the money. So it doesn't make sense for him to sign before January 15th. We'll see when he's posted. Okay, I just looked it up because I didn't want to not have it for you in this video. So I looked it up, and it said no, Major League Baseball teams cannot meet with Roki Sasaki before he is officially posted by his Japanese team, the Chiba Lotte, however you say that, Marines. The posting process is the official notification he is available to negotiate with MLB teams, and any contact prior to that would be considered a violation of league rules. So again, 45 days is that period, and I assume he would be posted around January 15th. He might be posted like the morning of January 15th. So like the Japanese team literally can control, you're not signing before January 15th, right? So that's what I've got there. I'm glad I was able to at least, confirm that. So pretty much treat it as like his season is still going on. I know it's not, but like let's treat it as his season's still going on. And you know how free agents, like the Padres could not communicate with Juan Soto while the season was going, right? So treat it like that, where there's still a season going and free agency starts January 15th. That's how I'm looking at it. So there's not going to be very many updates. And if there's rumors out there about who's connected to Roki Sasaki, it'll probably be just people talking because, it's against the rules for teams to meet.